In this video, we're going to take a look at the Declick and Decrackle module. Now, Declick and Decrackle repair clicks and crackling, usually from vinyl recordings, but also from digital recordings as well. You know the scenario. The producer can only find a vinyl copy of a track that he wants to use, but it's not in brilliant condition. So there we go. There is our problem to deal with. We've got our Declick and Decrackle module, and you can see that it's got three different tabs: Declick, Decrackle, and Interpolate. We're going to take a look at each one of these in turn. So the Declick tab is really useful for restoring old vinyl and other degraded recordings that may well be riddled with clicks and pops and crackles. And Declick's algorithm will analyze the audio for different amplitude irregularities, i.e. clicks, and smooth them out. But this of course means that you can also use Declick to remove a variety of other short impulse noises, including digital clicks, mouth noises, and interference from mobile phones, or any other type of audio problem caused by impulses, and those that may have a discontinuity in the waveform. Now, we've got these different algorithms here. We've got single band, and that works really well for narrow digital clicks, and also has the advantage that you can process it much quicker. Now, we've got two different M bands here, and you can see that the difference really relates to whether it's periodic clicks, which of course we have here in this recording because there is a clear scratch across the recording, so they're happening absolutely regularly. But of course, there are also other clicks that aren't periodic here in this example. So we've got one here, we've got some down here. And so in this sort of example, I would tend to go for the other option, which is the random clicks. So I select the random clicks, and then we can simply take a listen to see what this can do. And you can hear that that's already making a really good go at fixing it. In fact, it's counting the number of clicks that have been repaired. But one of the things I often do with the Declick module is to put it into clicks only, and then preview it, and then establish whether we're taking any of the wanted audio out. And so you can hear that we're actually taking some of the transients out. So what I'm going to do is to reduce the strength until all I'm taking out are the clicks. Just preview that again. So there we go. That's now just taking out the clicks. So now I'm happy with that. I can process that. Just takes a few moments to process through the audio. And of course, I've done the classic, I forgot to take the clicks only off. So we're left with all the clicks, which can be really useful if you're doing sound designer work, but not really useful if you're trying to do restoration work. So let's just hit the undo, take the clicks only off, and let's process that again. And hopefully this time it'll do it right. So there we go, that looks pretty good. So let's just play that and see what it sounds like. There's just one click around here. What I'm going to do now is in fact go to the Interpolate, and we're going to zoom in. And I'm just going to highlight in the area of the click itself, because the Interpolate module is really useful if you have a few hard to fix clicks that have been left over from the Declick or Decrackle process. So it enables you to get in and deal with the odd click that the normal declicker hasn't been able to fix. But remember that the interpolate mode in Declick will only be able to process an interruption which is less than 4,000 samples. And you can see here that in my case, I've selected 2,704 samples, so we should be okay. So I've highlighted over the problem. You can see it just here. So now we can hit process. And then if we just roll back and select away, there we go. Gone, completely gone. So that's been able to use the declick and the interpolate. So now we need to look at decrackle. So again, I would tend to use the crackle only and go into preview and take a listen. So now we're just hearing the crackle. And in fact, there's very, very little crackle. I have to push the strength right up. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll go for high quality. Let's just preview again. You can see that I'm just starting to pick up some of the crackle, but actually this is a remarkably clean recording in terms of crackle. So now I'm happy with that. Remember to deselect the crackle only, then hit process and just let it run through and process all of that. And because I've used high quality, it does take a little bit longer to do, but it's well worth it. So there we go. That's that there now. So let's have a listen to that. Now I can hear a certain amount of low rumble, which has probably come from the turntable. What I might do now is to go into spectral repair and use my frequency selective, because you can see some of the issues down here, really quite low down, and look at attenuating those. Look at maybe going vertically and then just processing that. And now take a listen to that. So deselect my frequency selection, click. And that's much better. So you can see that by using different modules from within iZotope RX3 and RX3 Advanced, that we can clean up what was otherwise an unusable recording. I'll see you in the next video.